Hello everybody, welcome to Betway's Way to the Win. We are starting a new week on Tuesday. Racing is out at the Vaal. We're on the outside track. Note in terms of race configuration that the outside rail 12 metres in from the 1450 metre mark. For those races, run up the straight, similar to what you saw last week, Thursday, I guess, with a 12 metre spur at the 600s, and then it opens up for everybody thereafter. Around what's happening today, well, the 8 races we've got to get through. On the card, Daryl Marie's with me, so good to have Daryl on the show. Daryl, morning.
How you doing, Claude?
Good, and you? How was your
Big
weekend?
week for you.
Yes, wedding. We got a wedding this week.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Claude,
You see that?
like you touched on, same configuration as last week.
Yes.
And we thought the going was going to be up towards the inside. The first 2 races up the straight were one hard up against the outside.
Yes.
Quasi Cat was one of them. And then Calvin Habib went from the outside to the inside and won on King of Venus. So
Right.
I don't know. I think at this stage, wherever the pace is,
I think so.
they can win from. Yeah.
It did prove ultimately that on both sides of the track, the last 400 metres, depending where you are, that you can win. So let's see how it plays out. Let's talk about the first race, Daryl. What's the story with regards to the race? I mean, I can tell you Betway have got Sonic Jet as the 13-8 favourite. Number 5, Saudi Sweep, 5-1. And then you've got the 11, Asia's Tiara at 8-1.
Yes, I know nothing about the first timers, so I've focused strictly on the race runners over here, Clyde. The favourite being Sonic Jet. Now, if not mistaken, Corey Hensley actually won a race later on during the day. And he said he was very disappointed that Sonic Jet got beat. He was expecting her to win. Take note, she is fitted with cheek pieces for the first time. So there's an equipment change. Yes, cheek pieces go on. Listen, she's going to strip fitter. She's got some nice form behind her. Look at that. Fatal Floor, World of Alice, Parisian Walkway. I think it's the strongest form coming into this race. So the one to beat. Respect for Saudi Sweep, Clyde. Last time out, got a little bit tight for her on the rail. I think if she got first run on the winner, she goes close to winning on that occasion. The winner had the momentum in that race. Calvin sticks with her, another one that's going to strip fitter. And then Zalta Star, I'm not discounting her chances, Clyde. I think she's going to love the step up in trip. And if you go back to her penultimate start, she actually had Greenhouse behind her in that race. And Greenhouse holds Saudi Sweep. So yeah, I'm not confident going into the first leg. I'm just hoping we survive.
Okay, there's the bipod. Let's get on. Okay, back to the second race now. Let's have a chat about what we're going to do over the 1400 metres. Betway have got number 13 on target as favourite, priced up at 33-10 to win. You can get Insure Bet with Betway at 2-1. The outright win, if it runs in the first 3 or second and third, you get your money back by taking the 2-1. But you'll be taking 2-1 the outright to win as the Insure Bet with number 13 on target. The 1 Highveld Storm is second choice at 4-1. 12 Magellan is at 5-1. And number 7 Mizzen Sword is at 6-1. I spoke to Tony Peter about on target, and he said to me, a very nice horse, might just need one more, but does have the ability. Just a reminder quickly about Blue Voucher have joined us. They're sponsoring, as you can see, the reminder about the Betway Summer Cup competition. And you just purchase a Blue Voucher, top up your account. When you go in, you have a look at what are the options, and you select Blue Voucher. And when you do that, you can enter your 16 unique digit code, which you copy and paste. Put it into your Betway. When you're in your Betway app, you go to deposits, it shows up Blue Voucher. Select the copy of once you deposited the money of what your voucher number is, and you can have a go as much as you want.
Convenient.
So it's a convenience. So instead of using the credit card or the whatever you're banking
at the petrol station and you just order the Blue Voucher over the counter.
That's 100% correct, yeah.
Clyde, comments with regards to the first timers? No comment for number 12 and number 16 will need their outing. Now, you'll see in the computer form, it actually says one winner from that form line of the favourites. But since then, there's another winner, Clyde. Big Boy Bruce trotted up over the weekend. So they ran second and third in that race. In saying that, Clyde, have a look who was just behind him. And I know On Target's got a lot of scope for improvement, much more than Legendary has. But Legendary, number 10, was not too far behind him, and his form's not that great. Maybe Tony's right. Maybe he does need another one, but I respect his chances over here.
Okay.
Don't know who's going to ride number 17, Tokyo Medaglia. He was expected to run much better on his return. I don't think that was quite his effort. Take note, he's another one that has an equipment change. The tongue tie gets fitted. Now I've included two towards the inside, him being one of them, and the other being number 6, Danube, who found a bit of support on his return to the Halfveld, while his first run on the Halfveld card. Not really convinced with regards to that form line, but I like the way he looked going down to the start. I think there is improvement to come. And number 7, the other one being on the outside with the favourite, Mizzen Sword. Now his form lines haven't really lit up yet, but the horses that have run 2nd and 3rd have both placed since then. And I love the fact that this son of William Longsword has been stepped up in trip. And you know that stable's on song at the moment, Mark Khan. So yeah, I've gone 7, 13 and 17 in the PA. I just added the 6 in the bipod, as you saw earlier.
So we go 1,700 metres now, the third start of the pick 6 today. And number 4, We Are the Logans with Betway's priced up at 18 to 10. You can take 12 to 10, the top 2 in terms of the insure bet, or around 8 to 10, the top 3. With regards to We Are the Logans from an insure bet perspective. 5 Frozen Fantasies, a 3 to 1 second favourite. Number 6, Moolah Man, is trading at around 16 to 5, third choice. And 2, Presley, is priced up at 5 to 1. They bet 7 to 1 and better about the others. Okay, it's pick 6 time, so ultimately we need to work on the pick 6s now. Just a reminder about Blue Voucher. Betway and Blue Voucher, if you don't know, have teamed up for the month of November. Simply purchase a Blue Voucher for 50 Rand or more, top up your Betway account, and you stand the chance to win 50,000 Rand. Obviously, T's and C's apply, but there you go. Another reason why to top up your account with Blue Voucher.
Do we qualify?
Of course. Of course we qualify.
All right, great. That's
I'm entering,
fantastic news.
as the show's done, I'm going to enter. Putting money in the Blue Voucher.
Clyde, you know, I'm fairly bullish on 2 horses on this card, but after Saturday, I'm a bit gun shy. So I haven't banked We Are the Logans. I've backed him up with number 6, Moolah Man. Now let's touch on Moolah Man, Clyde. I think Jeff will suit him. He likes to be ridden cold. He's in good form, Clyde. He's one over the course in distance. Neat draw. He'll just be behind the pace, and I can see him featuring over here. But the horse I'm very bullish on is number 4, We Are the Logans. Now, I didn't think he moved the best going to the start last time out. I don't know if you saw him.
I didn't, unfortunately, no.
I thought he could have moved better. So I'm really going to be focusing on him in the canter pass tomorrow or Tuesday out at the Vaal. I want to see how he moves. But Clyde, you know, this was when he ran 3rd, I think, in the Premier's Champion Stakes over a mile. His rating really skyrocketed. Since then, it's come down to a very competitive mark. He's had his issues, but finally he's back in a good space and he's off a very competitive mark. I love the fact that he's been stepped up in trip again. You know, a year ago he was competing in races over a mile. He won his maiden over a mile. So I think the 1700 is going to be ideal for him. But last time out, Gavin wanted to beat the draw and the race never panned out for him, Clyde. I was never happy in running with what I saw last time out. From a 1 draw, Gavin can sit quietly, let him build up. I think he'll take all the beating. But like I said, I am a little bit off form after the weekend. But I go into this race fairly bullish. 4, hard to beat. 6, the danger. I think the 5 is still using this as a prep. That's why I played to beat.
Okay, when I spoke to Tony Peter, he confirmed We Are the Logans much better over this trip, and they're expecting a bold effort from him today. There's our pick 6. Let's get on. Okay, we're staying around the 1700 now. Starting stalls stay where they are. This is a divided handicap at the 81 level. Just in terms of what the market looks like, I can tell you that number 2, Wild Intent, is top of the boards. There's 2 options. One is an outright victory with Wild Intent on Betway, which you're going to take around up 12 to 5 or thereabouts. Or you can be taking the top 3 finishers on the insure bet at 11 to 8. 1 Latuli, second choice, priced up at 7-2. And number 3, Future Wolf, is at 9-2. 5-1 and better about the others on the Monday. Now, Wild Intent, we're going to show you its last start. Let's go to that now. And you can see Wild Intent. Daryl, you can just quickly talk us through as to what you saw here. Wild Intent in the orange up the middle.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't the replay I requested for, but Clyde is right towards the outside. And you can see in this race, the going was towards the inside. Striker led from start to finish on Captain of the Green. Have a look who's towards his inside. Happy Mo. So both Captain of the Green and Happy Mo have franked that form, Clyde.
And it seemed like Wild Intent, on what I saw there, a little hanging around a little bit.
Yeah.
And as this race was going on, so it started focusing and getting stronger.
Clyde, there's no doubt this horse is better than his current mark. I thought we were going to pull up that replay on the inside track. You know,
Okay.
he got squeezed at the start. He was on the back foot thereafter. You can never be too far back on the inside track, Clyde. You want to be closer to the pace.
Right.
Thereafter, the jockey lost his crop. He couldn't really give it any assistance. The winner had the run of the race. Clyde, his siblings stayed all day. Back at the Vaal, both his form lines, I believe, have been franked. You know, he beat a horse called Skittle Skies. Skittle Skies came out and ran second to Champion Warrior and beat Parisian Walkway. That was a very competitive race he competed in last time out. Yeah, he's back at the Vaal. His siblings stayed. I think Mark will come out softly. I'm sure he wants to, he'd love to boot this one home for the stable, considering what happened to him last time out. I just looked at his opposition. A lot of these horses are in their place. And yeah, you got a lovely improving 3-year-old, Clyde, who's going to go through the handicaps. I think he's going to win his races. But like I said, I'm going into this meeting a bit gun-shy.
Yeah.
So I've got respect for one other. Well, I've got respect for a few others, but I've backed him up with one other, Clyde. Now, you let me waffle on with regards to We Are the Logans for 2 minutes in the previous preview and didn't tell me what Tony said. What did Tony say
No, he
about
likes
Safe
it.
Space?
Gives it a chance.
Okay.
Does
So I'll
give it
make
a big
Safe
chance.
Space the danger. He's in good form, won from one over the course in distance, and he's very fit. But I do believe Wild Intent has got a lot more to offer.
Okay, Wild Intent, that's going to be our play, ladies and gents. You can see the best improver in the race, priced up at the moment at around 5-2 on Betway. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gents. Let's move on to our next event now, race number 5 on the card. And Mambo Camtesio's top of the boards at the moment is 7-2. Fushimi Inari is trading around much the same, 7-2, 4-1 thereabouts. 9 Flag Bearer also 4-1, 5-1 number 7 Master TikTok, and you can get 6-1 and better about the others. 2-2400 is the distance they have to run here, and a competitive race. I think there are a few in with winning chances.
I've played a bit against the grain of year, Clyde. I've left the top 2 out my perms, top 2 in the betting.
Mambo Camtesio not in your play.
Neither is
Fushimi
Fushimi.
Inari also, okay.
I just, the way I read the race being run, Clyde, Flag Bearer,
Yes.
look at the weight he said to carry. He's a galloper. He's going to put his heart on his, wear his heart on his sleeve and try lead from start to finish of year. There's no doubt. I mean, he's got 46 to shoulder. He stays all day. Have a look, Clyde. If Safe Space hasn't franked that form by now.
Yeah.
Because he also comes out of that form line.
That other boy, yeah.
Yeah. So I like his chances. It looks like he's going to be given every opportunity to get it right. Who's going to be tracking him? Master TikTok. He's done little wrong since exiting the maiden ranks, Clyde. He's been fairly competitive. Now, see his form line. If Moolah Man hasn't franked it, because he represents that form line. But the horse I'm leaning towards, Clyde, is number 4, To the Rescue. Currently around about 6-1. And I'll tell you why. He's had 2 soft comebacks since being rested. Okay? His ratings continued to drop down to 75. Go back in his form, Clyde. When he competed in races over a similar distance, he ran 3rd behind Weather Wizard, and he had 3rd behind Vesuvio. Have a look of what rating, of 80. He's now having his peak run. He's dropped to 75 and he's been stepped up in trip. He'll just be settled off the pace. Listen, he's not one to rely on, Clyde, because he hasn't, I've expected so much more from him, But I think this is a nice race for him to notch up another victory. So I'm going 4, 9, 7 in that
The
order.
Total Surrender came from there in one, eh? The
Yes.
Total Surrender came, yeah, okay. All right, that's the latest. So Kabela Matsanyani is riding to the rescue here that Daryl likes. 479 in the jackpots by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 2, 3, 5, by 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so welcome back. Now, what are we doing? We're going to show you a sea shanty rerun. That's number 4 on the card. We'll have a look at that in just a moment. Just before we do, just an update on the betting for this particular event. And I can tell you that the favourite is Johnny Appleseed. Tony Peter does like it. Priced up at 2 to 1. He did say, Tony said, listen, Clyde, I've got competitive runners. I'll be in the money. I'll be right there. And Johnny Appleseed's got a chance. One Address the Nation, second choice at 3 to 1. You can get 7 to 1 about number 3, Vaal Park. And 8 to 1 about number 7, Autumn Var. 8 to 1 and better. The other Sea Shanty's in that bracket at 8 to 1. Let's take a look at this horse's last start. Daryl will talk us through it. Where is it? And
Stone last.
Stone last, and why do you like it?
Look who's up front. Johnny Appleseed.
There we go. Okay.
So this is why we pulled out this replay, Clyde. Have a look at Sea Shanty in the purple sleeves on the fence. Look what happens to him over here in the dying stages, Clyde.
Making up the ground. And goes... okay. Now I see obviously why.
Look,
okay, well spotted.
He finished a length behind Johnny Appleseed.
He might have gone past
He would have gone past Johnny Appleseed. And he's a kilo and a half better off.
What price is this horse? 8 to 1.
And he's a kilo and a half better off, Clyde.
Let's get on 8 to 1. Yes.
Are you getting on now?
Well, I think what I saw, of course.
Anyway,
yes, okay.
It is a competitive
Just
race.
100 rand. Yeah.
Based on that rerun, he should be able to reverse the form with Johnny Appleseed. But Johnny Appleseed's got scope for improvement, Clyde. He was only having his 3rd starts over there.
Sure.
And he's highly regarded. Address the Nation, the top weights in this race. You know, he's a 3-year-old. Yeah. He's really travelled too hard in his races. Came back, first run as a gelding over 1200. He's now up the straight over 1,000 meters. I think Trent Soft Hands will suit him. Watch for improvement on his behalf. Vaal Park, striker, drawn towards the outside, Clyde. He's sat on Vaal Park's back once. He's 1 from 1, unbeaten on him. He's in good form. Come back down to a very competitive mark. And then Zafar, you know, they let him stride with the blinkers last time out and he was never in doubt. I've just thrown him in. I think he's got more to do, but I can see him improving because the stable's in cracking form. But based on what happened to Sea Shanty last time out, if he's not out of his ground, he should be very competitive over here.
Okay, interesting. Well spotted. Let's put selections up so you guys know what the recommendations is for this particular event. The pick 3, Daryl going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2, 3, 5 by 1, 3, 4, 5. But there may be a bit of value in the 8 to 1 on Sea Shanty. Okay, everybody, let's go on to this horse Francillion that runs now. It's over 1,200 metres. Does seem to be a fair sort in the making. We'll chat to Daryl about it in just a second. Betway market, I'm just having a look at it, about Francillion. Michael Nicholas Houdalakis is his name. Betway got his full name spelt out on their app. Michael Nicholas Houdalakis is the trainer. 12 to 5 is the outright win if you're going to have a go that it wins outright. But if you want to play it safe, you can take 15 to 10 in sure bet as the winning price. But if it runs second or third, you get your money back. 3 So Seductive is a second choice, priced up at 4 to 1. And 2 Francillion is at 5 to 1. 7 to 1 about 1. Where's the party? And Calantha, number 10 on the card, is at 8 to 1. 12s and better the others. Just on the note of Mike the Cock's Calantha, or the stable, Dave the King, Mike the Cock reported back that it wasn't in his character, that horse Dave the King, because he ran quite far down the field, and that they were testing him on Monday to see what the vet was going to give a report.
Yeah, very disappointing. He was a spent for 600 meters from home, Clyde.
Yeah.
How
good is this horse Francillion in your opinion?
Listen, she's on the upgrade, lightly raced, a lot of scope for improvement, done absolutely nothing wrong to date. And maybe it's just another master stroke from Michael. What's it, Michael?
Michael, what was it? Michael Anthony Houdalakis. What did we say?
Yeah.
I've changed sites now. I'm on computer form. I'm on computer form now, yes?
Bob's your uncle. Also, he took the 4 kgs off his back and the apprentice booted him home for him. So, I mean, she's got no weight to shoulder. A little bit skeptical with regards to that form line, Clyde. her last form line, but she's done absolutely nothing wrong and she's improving. Taking on some nice fillies here, So Seductive. Picked up quite a hefty penalty for last win. That race cut up. But Stars and Bras ran a cracking third, Clyde, over the weekend to Fatal Flaw. And Striker sat on her last time out. He never moved on her. His style obviously suits this filly.
Yeah.
Drawn towards the outside. I know last time out she was drawn towards the outside. I mean, you can expect a similar ride and run from her. She's improving. She's always been highly regarded, this filly. I mean, look who they debuted her against. She was running in features.
Yes. This is geriatrics, yeah.
Yeah, as a maiden class.
That's right, yeah.
So
highly rated.
Yes, and then I've included Francine. That's number 2. Now, if you watch her comeback effort, your eyes will really pop. Yeah, because it was an eye-catching return, Clyde. She was ridden quietly from an inside draw, dropped out. I think this time round she's going to strip much fitter, and Gavin will have her closer to the pace. She's off a very, very competitive mark now. I think it's safe to say that she's going to end up much higher than an 89. So, lovely, lovely race, Clyde.
Interesting race. Okay, the Aussies are in form, and so they've got Francine, the 2-year, 3 So Seductive. You heard from Daryl, got a serious chance, and 5 Francillian could be anything with absolutely no weight on its back. All right, the last one today. What does Betway recommend here for our last race? Let's go into the site and see what they're suggesting here under the code of tomorrow and the 8th race on the card. This is the betting. 2-1 about number 1, Blizzard Snow. I spoke to Tony Peter about his runners throughout the day. Obviously, got to get an update, and quite bullish about Blizzard Snow, actually. Rates right up there of all the runners. You can get even money with the insure bet, the safe bet. Take the even money outright win. If it happens to run second or third, you get your money back. 3 Executrix is the second choice at 9-2. 4 Striking Angel 11-2, and number 2 Inventrix is 6-1. They bet 7, 8-1, and better the others. Yeah, there's not much. I don't know what quality-wise around saying there are 2 or 3 that you can really depend on. So perhaps Blizzard Snow, after just recently winning its maiden, Daryl, could go back to back.
Clyde, have a look who she debuted against. Musical Score. Excuse me. Excuse me, Clyde. He came out and ran a cracking second in that graduation plate. And then over the weekend, he ran 5th in the Graham-Becks.
Yeah.
Beaten a length, Clyde.
Yes.
He's gone on. He's trained on. Who's saying this filly, although her latest form line isn't strong, can't do the same?
Yeah.
She's only having a 5th start. You open the book and say, oh, recent maiden winner carrying top weight. Do you remember 2 weeks ago, the stable, they had a filly called Basingstoke?
Yes.
Carried top weight. Everyone wrote her off.
Yes.
And she won in open company.
Correct.
Yeah, this filly's done nothing wrong to date. She's got pace and she's improving. I respect her chances. Executrix, Clyde. I
want to be quick with this race. I want to talk about the Betway Summer Cup. Yes?
Okay. Yeah, another filly that's improving. Got it right last time out. You have
Yes.
to respect her chances. Striking Angel improved for a new yard. It's going to strip fitter, and We Will Rock You obviously needed that time off, and she's going to strip fitter. Clyde, difficult fillies and mares handicap. It's over to you now.
All right. Well, Blizzard Snow has been confirmed as well. Now, let's talk about the Betway Summer Cup. See It Again came out on Sunday, the favourite.
Yes.
Did you watch?
Yes, I did.
Impressed by the run, but also impressed with the Royal Victories, last year's winners run too.
Lovely run. And we know that Royal Victory raises his game on the stand-side track, up on the
Yes.
Highveld.
Yeah.
They went so slow in that race. You can't, it wasn't appealing on the eye.
Daryl, the pace on Sunday, I think throughout, I was absolutely shocked. Honestly, I don't know. Pace is causing and costing punters money. I mean it.
Yeah.
It's not being judged. They're not timing it. It's a problem. Somebody needs to look into it.
What
I
do you
don't
like
know.
to say? Human error.
Human error is a serious thing. But anyway, pace is an issue. Okay, Dave the King, they're looking into see what happens.
No, he's not going to run.
He's not going to run. He won't run. Winchester Mansion was very impressive in the Allied Steel Road. I mean, how did that just come to life?
I don't know if you saw a video from Cabello Massignani saying that he took quite a nasty bump in the early stages and he left his filly alone. So don't discount Frances Ethel's chances, Clyde. She's going to be having a peak run. She's not a miler. I think many people are going to be writing off, but just don't do that.
It's a month away, but just very quickly. See it against 14-5. Frances Ethel is 11-2 with Betway. Don't forget Aussie Murphy's coming to South Africa. Royal Victory 6-1. Dave the King 9-1. Whether he runs or not, it's doubtful. Winchester Mansion 10-1. 15-1 Silver Sanctuary and Barbaresco. 20-1 Beating Wings, Marauding Horde, and 25-1 Safe Passage and the like. Have you got a Shruti yet? Or have you got a select? Well, who's your first choice?
Shruti is no longer a Shruti in Winchester Mansion. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to be
he's 10-1 now.
Again, Clyde. Now, what's the story? What happens if Striker and the ASSM have a run in the race? Can Striker ride See It Again?
I'm sure See It Again is going to be given the preference. I'm sure. Absolutely. That's the latest from Betway's Weighted to Win. Don't forget the last race at the Vaal. Hope you haven't forgotten about that. Get your bet on. It's a trifecta boxed 1, 3, 4, 5. But lots more about the Betway Summer Cup right here on Betway's Weighted to Win.